I'm gonna say this too. This just hit me because we was talking about having choices as men, this is my number. I say for every 10 women that I've probably met, only 2 is worth even considering to be someone that I would move forward with. 2 out of 10. What do you think? If I meet 10, it's only two. I'm gonna be like, you know what?
I'll say like 1.25.
What you talking about, a midget, bro? Excuse me, I'm sorry. It's the 2024. Little people, that's that quarter, huh?
There might be a 20 available, but only, I'll say, 4 or 5 of those.
Sometimes women think we have an advantage. It's not that many good men out here. These men, they either gay, locked up, and all that stuff. But guess what? It's a whole bunch of women that's free out here, women, and that don't mean we're at an advantage. We just got to sift more, right? We have more opportunities to fail than you guys. Because, sometimes women think that we have such an advantage of finding something, but it's not that easy.
In my experience, I don't know why, but when it comes to dating and everything, it's like the word friend. You know what I'm saying? Like it's almost as bad as calling a woman a bitch in some cases. You know what I'm saying? Like you just like you go to a new spot, you get with the homies, hey, this is my friend, whoever, you know what I'm saying? And then after that you having a conversation about why did you just introduce me as your friend, such and such, and things going on because you're progressing in a, you know what I'm saying, you're hanging out more and whatever it is, but it's still like that. Never, I haven't yet said I'm ready to go to the next level or have nothing, this and that. I'm just showing you the best of me, you know what I'm saying? And it's going well, but we still friends. A heavyweight boxer, has to, fight for the ring, just to get the ring, just by jumping in there, you gotta train. You gotta. The ring comes with some work. You gotta put that work in to get there. You don't just go, I'm gonna skip over friend, girlfriend, and then once I'm girlfriend for 2 weeks, I want to be wife. That's too fast. Like, slow down. Because to me, calling you a friend means something. Why are we devaluing that word so much?
Access, too much of anything ain't good for nobody, right? And social media, it has definitely brought a spin to dating where no one can pay attention. It's easy to say, "Oh, I don't like him. Let me go over here." Right. But how do you know? Like all dates don't start like sparks, right? Everything don't start off like fireworks, right? So sometimes what happens is, a lot of times, men and women. I'm not going to just say women, but men as well. We don't get an opportunity to really get to see, okay, that might not have gone well the first time. Let's go back and see. I kind of like some things about him, but but now it's like I have to let me go see what Jimbo is talking about now. He's in my inbox, right? Cause you remember back in the day, man, only way you could meet a woman was at what, the club?
Yep.
Grocery store.
Yep.
Church. Yeah, we're all connected as one.
Not too many places.
Yeah. We're all connected as one. It's like social media is the new lounge, man. It's the new club. That's a good one. All right. It's not that you don't want them. It's again because many women have hurt come from men entertaining other women are so. A big fan club is not a comforting thing to walk into. I mean, unfortunately, if you're on social media, you got a fan club anyway. So listen, everybody got a fan club if you're on social media.
Yeah.
Right? Go ahead, bro.
You can post, you post a good morning drinking a coffee pic, like DMs, whatever.
Right, lady.
I think a lot of times they confuse and think that happens. Well, it don't happen like that for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that happens that way for guys because women don't really be in guys' DMs like that.
Okay, bro, I need you to say that one more time. Say it again.
Women project that off onto us, they get it confused and think that our DMs operate the same way as theirs, and it doesn't. Women don't be in our DMs like that. Guys, you can post. We was back in the day, I was in California. That's when Periscope was out. Periscope was out. You can jump on, go live, or whatever. I'll be on there trying to tell jokes and trying to get followers and do whatever. And I get one drop out. I couldn't build a fucking following for nothing. But she get on there and drink water, eat a hot dog, and 3,000 and all this kind of.
She got a woman.
Nothing, no content. There with her face on the screen.
Right. Y'all got the biggest fan clubs. We the ones should be feeling a certain kind of way. And you know what I'm saying?
They'll get mad at us for Lori giving us a dime at work when James bringing her a cup of coffee every single day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's like what Chris Rock used to say. Chris Rock used to say, the husband, because all y'all got, and y'all think this so cute, all y'all got work husbands. Most of y'all do. Right? And then Chris Rock had this comment where he was like, yeah, you got that man I always want to help your girl out. Hey, you want a coffee machine? You want some dick? You want some dick? Yeah. You need these paper staples? You want some dick? You know what I mean? Crazy. Okay, hold on. Here's a comment. Do you have any men that have had positive experiences with love? Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you need to kind of elaborate on that question right there, because it's a lot of men I know that's been married a long time, ups and downs of marriages, but they still, I guess that's positive, but yeah. And with that being said, hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, guess what? You know who sent that comment? Your ass better be on this goddamn live tonight. You better be on this live tonight, because you asked me in that last clip, basically said, do you have any men with positive experiences to come on the show? And that's what I did. You know who you are. And now if I don't see your ass in these comments tonight, we going to have a problem. You know who you talk to. I ain't going to put you on blast. I'm going to inbox your ass first. But before we do this, welcome to Date Night on Live. Date Night on Live. Live, online. Again, we back with another edition. Guess what? I'm going to go ahead and start off with my disclaimer. I ain't no dating expert, guru, matchmaker. I ain't nothing but a nigga with a mic and an opinion. And in my opinion, you need to bring your ass in for church tonight. Guess what? We're going to have another sermon. But this sermon tonight is going to be being married, dating, and keeping the spice going. So guess what I decided to do? I decided to bring one of my good friends in. Been knowing him for a long time. I think we calculated that out, man. It was close to 40 years, damn near. But guess what? I'm going to let him tell his side of the story. Hold on, who phone? Is that my phone? Yep, here I am going off. We're going to turn that down. Let me go ahead and bring my man, L. Sledge, in the house. What's up, brother?
What's going on, big guy?
What's up, man?
Ain't nothing to it, man. Ain't nothing to it.
Hey, long time, man. Let me tell you something. I've been knowing this dude since probably about the third grade, man.
Third grade.
Fourth. Yeah, Farrington Elementary. Panthers. We started off as Panthers. Now we grown as Lions now. We metamorphed into fucking Lions now. That's what we doing.
So you calculated to be what, like 42 years?
Yeah, like 42, man. I mean, shoot, I'm 58. Yeah, shit. Yeah, about that long, man. That long. I hadn't seen you in a while, but we definitely traveled the road of elementary school through high school, you know what I'm saying? And, life be lifing, but guess what? Everything's a cycle. So guess what? Tonight we cycling it back around. What's happening, bro?
That's right, man. Bring it right back to point A.
Yeah. All right. Hey, man, so tell everybody what you got going on. Tell them your name. Tell them anything you want to tell them right now, bro. And plug your situation, man. It's kind of dope.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, man. I'm Leveston Sledge. About to be 50. I'm 49. I'll be 50 in November. Been married for 25 years. Be 25 years in December. Got 5 adult kids. About to be a granddad in a month or two.
Okay.
Yeah, my oldest is about to get married. He the first one to take a punch. He the first one to turn me into a grandfather. I don't know how I feel about that yet, but I can't wait. So yeah, man, me and a couple of guys I deal with. It's like 5 of us. We got our own little podcast called The Husband Show.
Okay.
And we just decided, you know what I mean, it was time to tell our point of view on things.
Okay, okay. So the name of your show. We're gonna call it the name of your platform. You know what I'm saying? We don't have podcasts, but we have platforms, and that's something that we can all use to try to help folks move along. But guess what? In this case, it's gonna be the husband. What is it? The husband show, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The husband show podcast. You know, they definitely kind of tell them a little bit more a little bit more about that particular podcast. What are some of the things you guys are keying on?
Man, basically, we're talking about longevity. We're talking about sustaining relationships. We're talking about building families. You know what I mean? We're talking about passing on wealth, generational wealth, something that we don't talk about as Black people enough. But we're just trying to build something, man. Trying to get people involved, and like I said, tell things from the husband's perspective, because you don't often hear our voice. Like we tell each other all the time, we don't really get appreciated until we dead. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, that's pretty much all it is, man. It's a family thing. It's a joint thing. We have the wives involved.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, we do our own little version of date nights.
Yeah.
Being drunk nights, but
drunk date nights. I feel you on that.
Yeah.
Hey, so check this out. So how long you been knowing your current wife, man? Let's get to the crux of how we keep this thing together, bro. For all those who trying to figure it out.
That's almost as long as I've known you. So I met you in 3rd grade. I met her in the 5th grade.
Damn. Okay.
So yeah, we took that journey. We dated a little bit elementary, young kid stuff.
Right.
Went to school, kind of separated. You know what I mean? Came back together, separated. And then after high school, we got back together and ended up starting a family, man. And I knew that was the one. I knew that was you know what I mean? She gave me my first son.
Right.
And, we've been popping ever since, bro. Ever since.
Yeah. I know your wife. I remember. Yeah. I remember not. Thinking back now. For sure. Cause we all kind of grew around the little glasses.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's my peoples. Yeah, that's my peoples. You tell her I said what's up. If she remember, I know it's been a while.
She remember you.
Okay, good. Yeah, tell her it's been a while. So check it out. So I think your profession, you're a truck driver too, right, bro?
Yeah.
Okay. How often are you out on the road, man?
Oh, I'm on the road like 5 days a week. Some days
5 days a week.
Yeah, some weeks 6 days. But I've been doing that for close to 23 years now. Well, 24 actually, 24.
Right. So for a man that's been able to sustain a long marriage and also hit their road 5 days a week, how do you keep it interesting as far as the dating? You got a busy schedule because you got just real quick. I like to get on the heads of the niggas in here too, or fellas, or whatever you want to be tonight.
Okay.
The thing about it is, you may live up under the roof of someone, and there's a significant other that would like for you to at least do something for him or to take him out on a nice night. So this dude right here is on the road 5 days. So Vince, how does that fit into what you got going, bro?
So when the kids were younger, that first day I was home, usually I get a little rest, and as a family we did something, with the kids. But then we always gonna dedicate that day right before I leave. It's gonna be our day. We used to call it a date day. You know what I mean? We still go out, movies, dinner, whatever she feeling. You know what I'm saying? Whatever she feel like doing. So it works. And a lot of times people say, how do you keep it together being gone all week? And then, with her home, you on the road. I just tell you like this, she handled the kids, she handled the house. She did her thing. I took care of everything. And then once I came home, it was like, it was a cohesive thing. We all come back together. You know what I mean? And then we laugh and joke about it a lot of times, saying that that's the reason we stayed together so long is because we ain't in each other's face all the time. Like, and then,
right. So we would say, if we was to build a little blueprint for everybody out there, it's almost like saying the number one thing to get everything back on track. If your wife said you ain't doing A, B, C, and D, ain't doing enough, we're gonna start off with the first thing of saying communication. Communication is key. It sounds like they have a strong form of communication where so that that synergy. Tell us about that synergy of, and how does it feel to have someone that you don't even have to say anything, But they already know what it is.
They already know what it is, and that's the good part. That's the beauty in it, man. Right. I'm not learning her. I know her. She knows me.
Right.
I'm going to react to any situation before the situation even come up. You know what I mean?
Right.
And communication is the key. We talk every day, every day, at least twice a day, sometimes more than that throughout the day or whatever. But we got those 2 specific times that we talk. And that's like the early morning conversation is when we talk about the bills and all that boring shit. And then the afternoon conversation is when we catch up on each other's days. You know what I mean? You know, what's going on with you? How did your day go? Blah, blah, blah. What we going to do? What we doing this weekend? How's that going to work out? You know, stuff like that. And that's when we usually talk shit about the kids. You know what I
mean? Yeah. How old are the kids, bro?
Man, I got from my oldest is 27. I got from 27 right now, from 27 to 21. Right in that age group. They all like 2 years apart. They all like 2 years apart.
All right. So let me ask you a question, man. You got a young man out here in the world. What is the number one thing you tell him about dating and relationships? Or do y'all have that conversation?
I always told my sons, man, take your time. Don't rush into nothing. You know what I mean? Now, my oldest son, he didn't quite listen. He was always the lover boy. He's in love with
I got one, too.
Man. Boy, he's had a girlfriend since 5th grade. You know what I mean? But, yeah, I always told him just be patient, man, and be honest. And most of all, be careful. Like, know who you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If it's not something that you want to deal with long term, don't get yourself in a long term situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So most of your associates or your friends, what percentage are married and which percentage are single? What's that percentage looks like?
Honestly, I don't have a lot of friends, people that I call friends.
Okay.
I got a lot of people that I know, and most of those guys are married. Now I got a few that's still single, you know what I mean? And they still doing their thing, and I applaud it. I couldn't imagine in 2024, man, the way I was prior to getting married, I couldn't imagine, man.
So with you being on the sideline of the game,
right?
From your perspective, from the bleachers, and I'm gonna say this disclaimer: he way in the bleachers now. He ain't even nowhere near the field.
Nosebleed.
Matter of fact, he changing the light bulbs up there to make sure everybody can see at night. So look, so check it. So what is your perspective of the man that's in the rafters watching the game? What do you see, bro?
I see a lot of chaos.
Okay.
I see a lot of chaos. I see a lot of, I don't know, role reversals. You know, I see a lot of women having to do shit, you know, when it should be a dude pulling that weight. You know what I mean? And then vice versa. I see, you know, a lot of dudes, you know, proclaiming to still be this or that, and they really ain't shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, every dude, a lot of the single guys that I talk to, they got a specific type of woman in mind. You know what I mean?
Right.
Body style, body shape, all the way down to hair and skin, you know, all that. But then I always tell them, look at yourself, bro.
Right.
Look at you. I mean, you can't expect to have an A when you a D. You know what I mean?
It don't match, bro. The math ain't mathing.
It ain't mathing. You got to take care of yourself, man. That's the older I get, the more I know. And I'm glad because, I mean, I don't look 50. I got the grades, you know what I mean? But I'm in pretty good shape. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, we still moving, man. We're still moving. And so how do you keep your married friends? You know, how do you guys keep you with all the temptation? How do you guys keep everything into tact? How do y'all check each other? How do y'all keep each other honest in the situations as far as being married?
Communication, man. You gotta. If I expect her to be a certain way or to do certain things, I have to express what the fuck I want. That's just all it is to it. And her the same way, you know. If she wants me to be a certain kind of way, how am I gonna know that if she don't communicate that to me? And I think that's the mistake a lot of people make. You know, when they first starting out, we call it, what is it? We call it uncommunicated expectations.
Oh yeah, the telepathy.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, that's how we keep. I mean, and we watch, and we see. We like I said, neither one of us are perfect. We made our mistakes.
Right.
I know I did a lot of fucking up when I first got married.
Right.
And I learned from that shit, man. And then I realized one day that what I had was more important than any of that other bullshit outside.
It's a mirage, bro.
It is, man.
Everything's mirage. I talked to a young fellow not too long ago, and right before he got married, he said, "Well, how do you stay focused on that one?" I told him, "Hey, man, realize before you got to that one, you had to run through 10 even to get to that one."
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And remember, when you with that one, the one that you think that you may want to slide over to, she gonna be one of those 10s that you ran into before you got married. You see what I'm saying? So understand it's a mirage. It ain't real.
It's I call it the land of make believe, sir.
Yeah, it is, man. It definitely is. And one of the things I can definitely congratulate you on is that the fact that you have been able to sustain, solid marriage amongst the debauchery of Atlanta. You know what I mean? It's a lot of that going on.
Oh yeah. And I'm not gonna up here and say I didn't partake in some of that.
Hey, right. Yeah. She knew your. Would you say your wife knew your heart is the reason why that she kind of stuck in there?
Right.
What a cop out.
It is a cop out. She did. And the thing is, she always saying, she say to this day, I was a great father to our kids.
Right.
I wasn't always the best husband.
Right.
But I was a great father. And that's what kept me in the green, bro. For real.
And so how? Go ahead. You kept you in the green. Go ahead.
I was very interactive in their life, hands on. You know what I mean?
Right.
Shit that I didn't witness growing up, shit that my dad didn't do. I always tried to do. Go that extra mile. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right. Right. So how do you keep your friends intact, bro? How do y'all keep each other? You know what I'm saying? I know there has to be some type of support between the fellas. What is y'all therapy together to keep that thing together, man?
You mean this me and the wife?
No, you and your partners, you and your fellas. Yeah, how do y'all hold each other accountable, man? Because a lot of people think. Let me say this real quick. A lot of people, the women don't believe that men take other men accountable. Go ahead and speak on that. How do y'all keep each other accountable? How do you do that?
If we see each other about to jump off that cliff, man, and we know it's gonna be a fuck up, you gotta say something. You gotta say something, man. No matter how they take it, you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. You gotta tell them. And then if they decide to go forward, it's on them. You got all you can say is I tried to tell this nigga.
They're gonna be always your disclaimer, man. That was the disclaimer. But okay, so you have a young fella now. He's you said which one's getting ready to make you the grandfather? I want to talk about this part.
That's my oldest.
Okay. Have you gave him as a father and also as a husband yourself? What are some of the key things you give him? Do you prepare him to be as a father, as a young father?
Well, I just try to lead by example, man. You know, my oldest, he got this saying that I think it's a song. I don't know where the hell it came from, but he called me Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He was always rich with the game. You might not have had all the money in the world, but you had all the fucking game in the world.
Right.
So he followed suit, man. He paid attention. And I've been on them boys, man, since they were old enough to understand what the hell I was saying. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. First and foremost, use your condoms. Right. You know what I mean? Know who you fucking with. And go your own way. And that's why I think he's where he's at now, because he decided to take his own route, man. He ain't never been one of those followers. And I'm glad about that. Neither one of my boys are. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I've always, preached the same thing. My message ain't never changed, man.
Yeah, and examples are very key, man, because the thing about it is how your father treat the mother. A lot of times the young man can kind of almost try to pattern himself, especially if it's a good situation.
Right.
You see, yeah. So that being a father of example is so much more than words.
Right.
And I think that's the disconnect that when it comes to dating, how men don't really, they don't really know how to really relate to women nowadays. Right. Have you noticed that trend?
Yes, definitely. And that even with my daughters, man, I try to show them how a woman should be treated.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And to expect nothing less. Because you don't have to. I mean, Daddy, I always got you. If you ever, need to come back, we just talked about that. I always got you. But I've always tried to show them how a woman should be treated and not to expect anything less. Because, you can only get away with what a woman will allow you to get away with.
Exactly. Yeah. So there has to be accountability on both sides. You know, we can't do nothing unless somebody allow us to do it, and we who try to do it, we got to be honest. Shit.
Yes.
As men, right? You know. So, as far as dating, when was the last date? I'm gonna get into y'all last date for a second, bro. When was the last date y'all had, and what did y'all do?
The last date. Okay, so this is where we are with it.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be anything elaborate anymore.
There you go.
Because we did all that shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think our last date, you know, we got to go to. We both like Mexican. We always hit the little Mexican spot. And she, you know, I'll make sure she get a couple margaritas in her. You know what I'm saying? You know, but then it's always like we always plan like yearly getaway, just the two of us. Like we got one coming up now. You know what I'm saying? In a couple weeks. Matter of fact, at the end of this week, just a little getaway to the mountains. You know what I mean? For a couple days and shit, just to relax.
Right.
So we always do that. We always, you know, carve out our own little time. You know what I mean?
Right. Hey, look, check this out, Vincent. Hey, look, so I need you to address those married men who somehow, how would you approach those men who somehow their significant other is asking them to do something or to plan? What would be some of the things you would lay out to these gentlemen? If you were talking to them, what would you say to them right now?
As far as planning dates?
Or just figuring out ways to not be so busy, etc. All those things that women, that you hear that women may comply about what men aren't doing while married.
My advice would be, my number one piece of advice would be, listen to your woman, man. Right. Listen to her. You know what I mean? She gonna tell you what she wants. She gonna tell you what she needs, and she gonna tell you what she expect. Mm-hmm. And it's on you to live up to that shit. Mm-hmm. Either you can or you can't. You know what I mean? Either you can or you can't. But I'll tell you what, if you can't, somebody else will. And I've learned that shit too.
Damn. That is, boy. Right. Yeah. I mean, and at the end of the day, fellas, too, who can we blame? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you set that tone of not delivering on the goods, you already know what the results are, man. We grown as hell. We should have been know what the results are if we don't take care of our business, right? Exactly. And don't be so fooling to believe that you got such a good girl that she wouldn't do it, because I seen the best of the best fold.
Right, bro. And don't be so fool to believe that your shit is fucking gold. You know what I mean? Right. Like there's somebody out there who gonna put it down a little bit different.
Right.
I mean, that motherfucker's waiting. He's waiting.
If I can tap off, man, for real. Hey, look. And ladies, guess what? What you think is a real gold digger might be a painted rock too. Now, goddamn it, don't go falling for the foolishness.
Right? Because for a reason.
Right. Because Papa Bear ain't, you know what I'm saying, in the cave when he's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, y'all fall victim to that. Listen, ladies, don't sell yourself out thinking that you got something better than what you got at the crib, because it may be a painted rock.
Right.
It may be a painted rock. And, you know, as a man, you know, I was married at one point, man. I mean, you know, dating was definitely a priority. And I do understand, you know, the effects of what, if you don't deliver, what happens. You know, we all do. So let's check this out. I'm gonna read this comment. What I'm hearing L.A. Sledge say is both parties must be intentional about making a dedicated time to keep the main thing, not just a man and not just a woman. Each person wants to be wanted, seen, planned for, desired. This all takes intentional planning for each other.
Definitely.
Yeah, facts. That was a long ass paragraph.
It was, but it made sense. I was about to put my fucking readers on, bro.
Man, I was getting ready to slap some on too, man. Hey, my shit be looking like we looking through a bottle. Yeah, some goddamn goggles, man. So, okay, so as far as the actual dating scene, you've noticed, you being from Atlanta, man. Do you remember? Okay, the hyena. I'm gonna call this one the hyena effect, right?
Okay.
There's a group of women that say men don't approach them, you know, out in public places. You got men to one side, we got women on the other side, right?
Right.
Now, I say, have you noticed the days of the hyena has definitely became a whole bunch of whatever. Like dudes don't chase like they used to chase no more, bro.
Nah, they not hunters no more, bro. They not hunters.
Yeah, the hunter's mentality ain't there.
Yeah, they expect it to come to them, man. And you know that's crazy. I never had an issue with that, man. Like you know, getting at what I wanted. You know what I mean? And that's why I think kept my marriage so good because I want it. You see what I'm saying?
There you go.
I want it.
I
want to keep it new. I want to keep it fresh, and that was the way I approached even being single, man. If I saw something that I wanted, I went and got it, bro. Whether she turned me down or not, you know, it is what it is. But I shot my shot.
Yeah, me too. And that's definitely a lost art. And I think that because of that, women are frustrated, right? Mm-hmm. Do you remember? And we grew up around the same time. I think that we're seeing the decline of the independent woman, bro. What you think about that? The decline of it.
I think so too. But you know that could be taken either way. That could be good or bad. Maybe dudes are stepping up. You know what I mean, and making it so they don't have to be so independent.
Yeah.
You know that would be ideal.
Yeah, I see the decline of it more so from the standpoint is that they understanding that it takes a lot of work to hold everything up by yourself.
By yourself, right.
You know what I'm saying? How much a man is needed. So, because you remember the 2000s, it was what Neo, independent girl, and I'm gonna get my bag up that nigga. But you know what I'm saying? You giving no ring, I'm about to get the hell on.
Right. I don't need no man.
That's right. I think it's turning back, man. I see it kind of breaking because women are getting the feel for how it is to try to hold a house up. It ain't meant for that pressure ain't meant for the shoulders. It's made for the hips. That type of pressure.
Exactly. That's one thing I can say about my wife, man. She'll tell you to this day, she gonna let me be me. She never tried to step in my shoes. Never tried to be the head. You know what I mean? She let me be the man. Because there's certain things that she said, like she told me up front, like when I get married, it's certain shit that I'm not gonna fucking do anymore, and I can respect that. You know what I mean?
Right. That's that give and take.
Yeah.
That's the give and take part.
I had to step up. That's all it meant was I had to step up.
Yeah. I think. And so now there's a group of guys, what they call them, the red pill guys. What you think about those guys that the kitchen and the bedroom guys? You know, they're so opinionated about women. And let me tell you before you say this. Now, this is my theory. I don't know if you've ever heard this before. I'm gonna tell you this. I said it several times here. Those type of guys are really the guys that never had enough practice with women in school, bro.
There you go. They just learning this shit. They just getting
this shit. And they frustrated. They can't really have. And I tell women, don't pay no attention to them because you ain't paying attention to them in high school.
Right.
Don't pay attention to them now. You see what I'm saying? Because they frustrated.
They frustrated. And I think a lot of them cats need to really like self-reflect and figure out, do they really want a woman? You see what I'm saying?
Yes,
or they do want to stay in the lane dealing with little girls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're going back and forth like that, complaining about this, that's kid shit.
Right.
So you need somebody on that. You don't need a woman. A woman, you know, is a step up from what you're doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think they do some self-reflection, man, and figure out what the hell they really want out of life.
Yeah, man, because I think it's discouraging. I think it's discouraging women, you know, and then it's giving a battery to a whole bunch of guys that don't need that battery or don't know how to handle that type of battery.
Exactly.
Right. And so women, what would you tell women that rhetoric? Because here's the thing. Unfortunately, it's twofold, man. It's the people who don't like it feed it. That's why it keeps jumping up on the timelines. You know, it's kind of almost self-destructing yourself. Almost, right? Women don't want to hear that type of rhetoric, but they keep tuning in. The more and more women tuning in, the more and more it gets out. The more and more people get frustrated. It's kind of weird, man. What you think about that? Have you ever thought about that?
Hey, I do, man. I think about that all the time. It's a weird situation. This whole new way of doing shit is weird. You know, because imagine if we had social media back when we was, you know what I mean?
Man.
Like, I don't think I would have survived.
I don't think I would have survived too, man.
I would have been killed, man, like for real.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird, man. This whole new, and I feel kind of sorry for them because they don't have the ability to communicate like one-on-one, that personal interaction, face-to-face conversation, that shit is gone damn near, man. You know what I mean?
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone. Right.
I mean, it's how fast you can fucking type.
Right, it is. No. Or how fast you can turn fucking swipe. Shit, exactly. swipe and type. Type and swipe. That's what we do.
Right.
Sending them through. Yeah, right. Man. But so you haven't even you've never we're gonna say this. You've never experienced the dating app stuff. You never experienced that stuff, have you?
No. I've heard about it, and you know, I've looked at it, but
Yeah. It's wild, man. It's like in the grocery store. And see, it's just like, you know, ordering pizza, man. I always say, man, you can always get you what you want. You want some long hair, and she hot and ready. Little Caesars, all the way to the house. You know what I
mean? Absolutely, man. I wouldn't know what to do, bro, because I'm used to, like, I mean, I go out, I'm out in the streets. I'm married, but I'm not dead. You know, I see these people. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're fucking beautiful. And that's just all there is to it. And I love every shape, tall, short, whatever the fuck. It don't matter to me. I always have. I ain't no picky motherfucker. If I see something I like, I'm going for it. And I don't understand how you can't walk up to that lady and say whatever, you know what I mean? Start that conversation. I don't get it.
It's a fear of rejections. Oh, and real quick, anybody in the chat, if y'all have a question for Vince, again, he's been married for close to 30 some years, been with his wife about over 40. If you have any questions, y'all, just type them up in the comment and we'll try to address them. But yeah, and then to hit the like button, do something. Don't just sit on your goddamn fingers. All right. So look, so check it. So, damn, yeah, we was talking about the aggressive nature. That's definitely gone. As far as your daughter, how is your daughter, man?
My oldest daughter is 26. My youngest daughter is 24.
So what's the biggest advice you've given your daughters about dating now?
Don't accept no bullshit.
Okay.
I didn't show you no bullshit. You don't have to accept no bullshit. You don't have to change who you are to be with nobody. You know what I mean? They can't accept you for who you are. And which the issue with them is, and it's my fault. And my wife tells me it's my fault all the time because they quick to say, well, my daddy can do it. Don't worry about it. My daddy got it.
Your daughters be telling dudes that?
Yeah. That's on me, man.
Right.
That's on me. Because, I mean, you know, still to this day, you know, working on the car. Because it's like certain things is like a lost art form. Like a lot of these young cats can't work on cars. They can't do little shit like shit that we were taught. You know what I mean? They have no concept of that shit.
You ever thought about whatever that thing is, whenever you've had to run into that, have you ever thought about putting the young man aside and teaching them some of those things where you just stay out of it?
Yeah. I've tried. Like, I'll give you an example. My two youngest sons, my oldest son wanted to learn. Right. So, therefore, anytime I was outside doing anything, whether it was working in the yard, working on the car, he was out there because he wanted to learn how to do this shit. My two youngest, they won't even peek out the fucking window and look at me. You know what I mean? They not coming out there sweating for that shit. Because why would they? They got YouTube to show them how to do it.
Yeah, you right about that. YouTube University is definitely out there, man.
Yeah.
And, but you know, then too, you gotta like with especially with daughters, they gotta understand how sometimes saying that can make a man feel a certain kind of way, and it's very.
Yeah, I know, and I've talked to them about that too, man. But, you know, it is what it is. At the end of the day, they know I got them. So
yeah. That's all that really matters. And then too, and I've always said, you know, women that have fathers date different than women that don't.
Oh yeah.
It's a whole different world, bro.
Right. It's been that way. You know, be honest, bro. When we were younger, we wanted that chick who didn't have no father in the house.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest.
Yeah, it was easier.
It was easier, and you got away with more shit.
Yeah, you got away with more shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the ones with fathers, they kind of grow your ass up.
Yeah.
They grow your ass up. So, yeah, they'll definitely, you know, women in itself, the biggest thing about nurturing, man, they the ones that apply it properly, man, it just makes the world so much easier for us as men.
I know, man. I know.
Yeah. Yeah, especially when you know what I'm saying, when you, and you can speak on this, when you feel like you gotta, do what you gotta do for the whole situation, and her making it peaceful when you get back to the crib, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Now, obviously, as men, we want women that are peaceful. What was some of the signs of a peaceful woman before you made her your whatever? What made you? What was some of the peace that she brought to you? And,
Well,
hold on 1 second. And I'm asking you this because this self-identifies for men too as well. So this is a learning tool. It may not be exactly, but within the parameters. Go ahead.
okay, so the piece that she brought to me was knowing that, knowing that she was gonna be there for me when I came home. She was gonna have things laid out. She was gonna, you know what I mean. She was that one. I didn't have to worry about shit. I didn't have to worry about her cheating on me or doing whatever. Spending all the money, shit like that, while I was on the road or whatever. But at the same time, bro, I took that shit for granted.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I took that shit for granted that she was gonna always be there through all my bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I've learned the older that I've gotten, that was fucked up on my part, and I've tried to make amends. See, the second part of our marriage is, it seems like to me, is me making amends for a lot of shit that I did, early.
All right.
You know what I mean? And then she had a lot of growing up to do too, because like I said, she brought me that peace in the aspect of she was gonna hold things down for me. But she was not peaceful. Trust me. She was not peaceful. We had some knockdown drag, you know what I'm saying? She was always willing to jump in my face when I was fucking up. She wasn't no pushover type chick, you know what I mean? So she had to learn how to deal with her emotions and shit like that. Like I said, that was learned from, her childhood of growing up and seeing things that she saw. Right. So yeah, it's been a growing process, man. This whole fucking thing, and like I said, this second half, it's not only me making amends, but we both are, because now we know how to love each other. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't no guesswork. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. It ain't no more playing around. We know we got more behind us than we got ahead of us. So, and we've agreed that we've accomplished our major goal, which was bringing these kids into adulthood.
Yeah, that's amazing. So y'all empty nesting now, huh?
Oh, almost. My two youngest, my middle son and my youngest boy. Now my middle son, he may be getting ready to bounce, but the youngest boy, I don't think he's going nowhere, sir. He got it too fucking good, man. He got it too fucking good.
Yeah, you almost got them. My son, man, I made it very, very uncomfortable for him around that house, bro. They made their own decisions. I ain't kicking them out. They made their own decisions. They gave them the motivation to get out of there real quick. Because it was gonna be certain rules. You're gonna pay rent and minimum company. So they didn't have it easy. Especially around that 20 something year old age. But so you say, so you're on the second part. Like, what was the turning point? Like, what was the process for you to be like, okay, let me get this back on track? Like, how did you even? What made you decide to do it, and what was one of the first steps that you had to do?
Okay, so what really did it? First of all, I gotta explain that our youngest, he was born with a birth defect. Okay, so that was like a real big thing in the beginning. We had a lot of growing up to do just based on that. You know what I mean? Because he was born with the cleft lip and the cleft palate. Mm-hmm. So he wasn't like the other kids. We couldn't just throw, but we had to learn how to feed him. We had to learn, you know what I mean? He had to do speech therapy. He's 21 and he's had like 18 surgeries since he was a year old. So, that growing up, that made us grow up a lot right there. Just having to work together and try to bring him to where he needs to be. So that was part of it. And then the second part was, I guess, I just realized, man, that my partner on the show, Troy, he always say people think the grass is greener. Mm-hmm. And it is greener because it's full of shit.
Green shit.
Right. So I had to realize that, man. I had to realize that I had what the fuck I was looking for. Mm. You know what I mean? I wasn't ready to. I was ready to settle down. Don't get me wrong. When I got married, but it was still something that I was looking for, and I had to realize that I already had it. Mm. You know what I mean? I had to realize I already had it. And it took me almost losing it, to realize that shit and then trying to get things back on track.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Trying to figure out how to get that started, it's definitely one of the major battles of getting out, taking that first step.
Yeah.
And so, keeping it fresh, keeping it interesting, and also getting to learn each other. Like, what are what are some of the things that you could give, or an opinion, or not even opinions, just some information on those who like for women, right? Okay. What would you say to them to look out for while dating?
Look out for while dating?
Yeah, while they date, what are some of the things? If every woman was your sister or your daughter, what would you tell them to look out for, or while they doing it?
I would tell them to look at would be the maturity level of the cat that they trying to date.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of this shit that these dudes are doing and the shit that they putting these chicks through is solely based on their maturity level. You know what I mean? They still little boys trying to play grown men games. So yeah, that would be the first fucking thing I tell them. Look out for that fucking maturity level. See where they at.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Hey, look, check this out, man. I have a theory that most men, and what do you think about this, especially being a married man yourself? There's a change when we turn about 35 to 38 for some reason.
Right.
What do you think about the idea of most men shouldn't get married till they're in their late 30s?
You know what? You might be on to something. Because that does seem like to be the age or the point where dudes really mature. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, wake the fuck up and get all that kid shit out of their system, all that play out of their system. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because to be honest with you, when you get the closer you get to 40, your body starts to change, and you don't have that desire to just run the streets like that no more. I need a nap. You know what I
mean? Right. Yeah. Because I say this because I was just explaining that to a group of ladies one time, and you guys were married young, like. Our testosterone levels be off the charts when we're in our 20s and early 30s, don't it, man? Can't nobody tell us nothing. Our woman know nothing. We ain't listening to shit.
Exactly.
But after a while, as we get older, we calm down, man.
Right.
We cycle. We become the Prince of Peace at that time. It's
yeah.
The Prince of Peace. So did you ever notice that change? And when did you start noticing that change? Around what age for you? I said 38. Most don't get it, but when did you see it where you saw that change from you being man to yes, baby? Period.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. What was I, about 35-ish? I fucking blew my knee out.
Okay.
Playing basketball with my sons. And I always say that was my career-ending dunk, because I dunked that last that bitch was gone. You know what I mean? So I think then I realized that I couldn't do a lot of the shit that I used to do anymore.
Right.
I think that's when I kind of was like, okay, wait a minute. Now it's time to kind of pull back. You know what I mean?
Right.
Kind of pull back and kind of take things a little slow. And then I guess realizing with her that all that argument and shit, it really didn't matter. She was going to get what the fuck she wanted anyway. You know what I mean? So what was the point of even arguing and going around the world for it? Now I'm just like, here. You know what I mean? I don't argue. I don't, none of that shit. Money, she's like, oh, I'm going to do, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Right.
Back when I was younger, I was like, oh, no, we can't do that. We got to do it. But then I would spend my money on my bullshit. You know what I mean? But
right.
Now it's just like, whatever, man. She called me now and be like, I want to buy something. I'm like, why the fuck you calling me?
Right. You got to that point now.
Yeah, I'm done, man.
Yeah.
I surrender.
Hey, especially being young, you used to be like, you even know that you're gonna do it, but you want to just do an argument, just to argue, and we end up doing it anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I always say 30. I tell my son to wait till you get yourself together, because they say the first 20. Well, when we were around, they say the brain doesn't develop to you like 27, 28 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And then once now your brain together, now you got to figure out what you're going to do with yourself.
Right. Then you got to get your pockets right.
Then then it's an art. There's an art to women, right? There's a, like, for me, I'm gonna give you this one. So I say, you know, one of the arts of women is knowing how to diffuse the situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When there's highs, you got to remain here.
Yeah.
Right. That's one of the arts. What's he say now?
The mine is good with that. She knows what's gonna push me to that point. And when we were younger, she would push me to that point on purpose. Now, it's like she tries to avoid the things, what the kids call it, fucking triggers. She tries to avoid the triggers now that gets me to that. I mean, because she knows.
Right. And then I'll say after that, I'll definitely say like another art of women is like just listening, bro.
Yeah.
Just listening. That used to be hard for me to do right there, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I know, and it wasn't that I didn't want to listen. It was that I didn't give a fuck.
Damn.
You know?
Yeah.
I didn't give a fuck. And now, dude, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Now I do. And I don't know why. I don't know why, bro. What the fuck happened?
You know, it's peaceful. That's what happened. Peace have been stored upon us. You know what I mean? When you do that, but you know how to, because you know, if you even look at your like, if you go back as far as your granddad. You remember granddad? You remember how we, like, we used to see your granddad? Your grandmama did most of the talking. Granddad used to be sitting there, right?
Yeah.
And look, we never thought about two things. We never thought about he was out there doing what he was supposed to do because you heard the stories. So then you know, look at, and then we look back. You be looking like you don't even think about how you gonna be that.
Yeah. Eventually, bro, you're gonna be beat into submission.
Yeah. And see, man, you're gonna be beat into submission every time. But it's okay, man. But I always say this. Tell me what your thoughts on this. I say women. I say this a lot. I say men submit to women first. Let me tell you why. We submit to them, especially when we trying to meet them, right? We meet them, right? We listening. We trying to see how we gonna get in. So guess what? We gotta submit to what their ideas are in order for us to even take them out, bro.
Right.
We got to. We submit first, man. We got to. But you know, that's an example though. That's one of those things where if you're able to, in the beginning, when you listen to her, you know, you meet a girl, you listen to her, hey, okay, my name Mark, boom, boom, go out, okay, damn, I like Charlotte, okay, let me see what it is about her, okay, maybe if I do this, then she'll, you know what I'm saying, you trying to listen in on what it's going to take, and then you do it, right, and then you do it, so then, indirectly, at that point, they end up reversing and giving it to you.
Exactly. Because think about it, when we're young, man, we doing everything to impress them.
Everything, bro.
Everything. We trying to dress the way they want us to dress.
Man,
you know,
tell them,
drive the cars they like. You know what I mean? We want to be what they want. We want to be attracted to them. And then, once you get them, the tables do kind of turn. But we do submit first because we're trying to impress. We're trying to attract. You know what I
mean? Right. We're doing everything. I'm telling you, boy, if it wasn't for y'all, women, basketball shorts and damn Hondas, 5-speed Hondas, but because we want to get y'all attention, it's gonna be Rolls Royces to diamond chains. But if it wasn't for y'all, niggas would eat cereal every day.
Every day.
Right. And
haircuts.
And that's the influence. That's the influence of us, man. We gotta be men to admit that. Now we also gotta be a man and continue to be a man too. I ain't talking about being no sucker.
Oh yeah.
But don't be a fool to think that, you know what I mean, a lot of the shit you do is because she probably let you do it anyway if you with a woman. Don't try to act like it.
Exactly. You don't want to run. You really running shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You run. But you know
hey, that was one of the biggest revelations, huh? To you,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? I remember. Hey, look, on some real talk though. Look, we're gonna have to go back in the time machine. Okay. Hey, Vince was a ladies' man. Now, I remember Vince even back in the damn elementary school. I used to love the
There we go. That's why I can't ever live that shit down either.
And it's so funny. Look, the funny part about it is that part your wife was there.
She witnessed it. That's why I can't live it down. She witnessed the whole fucking shit, man. That's why motherfuckers be like, why you don't ever come to the class reunions? Because I can't, motherfucker.
Yes, you can't. Yes, you can't. Hey, boy, them skeletons, boy, skeleton in the closet, boy.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, it makes for, it's already hot. That makes from an uncomfortable reunion, don't it, bro?
Yes.
Yeah, because you came out of the. What you say now?
Shit happens. I run into people I know, chicks that I knew from back in the day when I'm with her and shit. And that shit be awkward than a motherfucker. Awkward than a motherfucker, man. But I've learned I gotta fucking acknowledge her, bro. I gotta put her out there like, hey, this is, you know what I mean?
Right. This is Miss Sledge, yeah.
I got to, man.
Hey, that's funny, man. For a woman to witness you from the time of elementary all the way to the time that you still walk around here. She damn to know the blueprint, bro.
She know everything, man. She know me better than anybody.
And man, you know what? That's why I have this theory, man. Okay, tell me, speak on this. I want to tell you what your thoughts on this. So I have a 3-step rule, man, especially while dating. It's friendship, dating, courting, and marriage, right?
Okay.
Because a friend is important, right? A friend is foundation, right? You feel like you got a friend, though, bro. That's what. And because of that, I think that has sustained you guys' relationship. Would you say that? Just simple fact, you guys are friends, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, right. Because a lot of women and say it again. Go ahead, Vince. Go ahead.
We decided to walk away from each other today. We still gonna be friends.
Yeah. That's why I say people need to walk when they step outside. When they're looking for, they don't need to look for men. They don't need to look for husbands. They don't need to look for wives. They need to look for friends, bro.
Right.
First,
somebody who gonna get your stupid ass jokes.
Yeah. You can say damn near anything, the most dumbest shit they gonna laugh at. It'll make you feel good.
Oh yeah, you gotta find somebody who gonna laugh at your corniness and who gonna. Because like I said, me and my wife don't have a lot of shit in common. We don't like a lot of the same shit.
Oh, damn.
But at the end of the day, it don't really matter. You know what I mean? And I've learned to adjust my shit. I can't be Mr. fucking... politics. Right. I can't be Mr. Rah-Rah all the time. I gotta, go with some of the shit that she like. You know what I mean? That was most of our arguments in the beginning anyway. You know what I mean?
That's a hard pill to swallow, though, ain't going somewhere you don't want to go. You just gotta just... you gotta just swallow that shit.
Swallow that shit. I'll tell her in a minute. This sounds like some shit one of your friends might enjoy doing with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard,
but you do it anyway.
Oh yeah.
I definitely don't like women. I don't like when women say when we feel that way, they feel a certain kind of way because we feel that way. And I say, well, shoot, the fact that we can fight through that to do what you want us to do, we need to be congratulated on that, right? They don't understand that theory, that part.
Right. We need to support that shit, man. You know what I mean? We need some extra credit points for that shit.
Yeah. Because some of the things, man, and some events I don't even like going to. I call them the H&M boys, the rooftop boys, man. Those events, I don't like to go out and hang out with the rooftop boys. I mean, we don't really gel. Now I don't really like going, but I can metamorph into almost anything at this point in life, man. Yeah. But it's hard to go, bro.
Oh, I know.
Because when you see some of the stuff out, man, we see some of the things when you move around town, it's almost to a point where you can see the foolishness, man, coming from far away. And have you ever been in a situation where you see some foolishness and you had to tell your wife, look, this is what's going on, and she went along for it anyway? Have you ever been in those situations before? Like, you really have to spell it out.
Oh yeah. Been in that a couple times, man. I can think back a couple years ago, we were hanging out with some friends and we hit a little cigar bar, little lounge or whatever. We was chilling and, we had a couple drinks. I smoked a couple cigars and I'm thinking the night was over. But then one of her homegirls was like, oh, my daughter is a waitress at this club over here. Let's go over here and have a couple more drinks.
Right.
We go over there. These motherfuckers is like 22, 23. You You know what I mean? Just you can feel it in the air, like any moment some shit was gonna jump off. I'm standing my old ass in the back in the cut in the corner and shit with my little drink in my hand. She's like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "Motherfucker, I'm ready to go."
Right.
That's what's wrong.
Right.
This is not my move. This is not my scene anymore. But you know, it is. It is what it is, man.
Yeah. They and one of the things I noticed too, and it's all about being friends. So we just named some other things as far as some of the things that I think that as women have to realize as men, some of the things that bother us, but we make sacrifices too, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't always about. It's not always about us. In a lot of ways, and we might not bring it to your attention, but it's a lot of things that, as men, we really don't want to do, but we do it anyway.
Damn right.
And the fact that it makes you happy is what makes us happy. You might not like the situation, but the fact that you happy is what we strive for.
Right. That's the main goal. That's the main goal. Just keep peace, bro. Just keep the peace.
To keep peace. But man, look, check this out, man. So your homeboy's in the back there with you, man.
Yeah, I got my main man right here.
Hey man, y'all pop in for a second, man. Talk about y'all show and what y'all been talking about lately, man.
I'm gonna let him get the seat. This whole thing is a concept.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just along for the ride, bro.
Oh yeah.
That's all right. You riding good. You're right. You doing
What's up, bro? What's your name, man?
I'm Perry, man. Perry.
Okay. And tell us what you got going on, Perry.
Oh man, I decided to come up with this idea for the Husband Show podcast, man, because I felt like it's a lot of us out here, man, especially at this big age.
Right.
I'm 52.
52.
Yeah. That like a lot of guys that weren't raised with their fathers or raised by good men that became husbands, like myself.
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing it. Well, we try to do it the right way. You know, life happens.
Life happens.
You know, we need a voice. You know what I'm saying? Because I think in our community, you know, I'm not trying to, isolate it, but in our community, man, it's almost like marriage is kind of shunned, or like people scoff at it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. How long you been married, brother?
Oh, I'm going on 25.
25 years.
Yeah.
How long y'all been together total?
We've been together. Now, this is crazy. Met her, and 6 months later, we were engaged, and a year later, we were married. So we've been together 26.
26 years. Okay.
Yep.
Now, so a month. Okay, run that back again.
Yeah. Hold on, player. Slow that down.
Hold on. Yeah, I thought I heard what I heard, but but go ahead. You said y'all been together for. Go ahead.
Met, right?
Okay.
We got engaged 6 months later.
Okay, got you.
6 months after that, we were married.
Got you. So your situation is definitely a lot different. You're home though. You're not. Are you a truck driver?
I was, and man, I had enough. I'm going on 20 years, and now I build decks and pergolas and outdoor living spaces, and pretty much home improvement. I try to specialize on the outdoor stuff though.
Yeah. So you and your wife, how often you and your wife go out? You don't mind me asking? You on the seat. I want to ask, because this is actually what I'm doing. This is first somebody asked me about successful situations last week, and I delivered. I got two men that have successful marriages over 20 years.
Okay.
And then on top of that, and I'm talking to everybody that's out there. Some of these things that you are listening to tonight, especially the fellas who are married, can definitely take some tips to try to figure out how to turn it around to keep your situation spicy. You know what I'm saying? Keep your situation fresh. So my man, how do you keep your being married that long? How often do you and your wife date? At least weekly or out of the month?
Yeah, we do something once a week. We really do. And the way I got the backyard set up, bro, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Just to tell you, we don't have to go nowhere. Like we really don't. Like we set the mood in the backyard. Like we might just sit by the pool all night. We might sit in the pergola and just smoke a hookah. I smoke a cigar. We'll listen to music, and we don't really go out like that. Like we'll go out and get a bite to eat, stuff like that. But as far as dating, bro, I got to be honest. We really do it at the house.
Yeah, that's good, man. You almost set your own tone. So you guys have kids? You have kids, bro?
We got 3. They all grown. We got the baby as well. he ain't no damn baby. He 20. Then I got a 27-year-old son, and then we got a 31-year-old daughter.
Oh man, so your 31-year-old daughter, man. What are some of the key things you give her while she's out here dating? Is she married or is she dating right now? Or?
No, she's actually in a relationship, but I feel like I kind of fucked over a little bit because I gave her a lot. You know what I was about to say, right? I gave her so much of the game till I kind of scarred that girl. Like,
okay.
A lot of shit you can't pull over her eyes. You know, you can't pull the wool over her eyes. But she's 31 now. She's been in this relationship for 4 years. So, and I like the dude. I get along with him. Man. Fake shit. Like, it's real. Like, I get along with him. He's a cool dude. He knows where I'm coming from. So he knows where to go. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no. She's how can I say this? She's well versed in how we move. I'll just say it like that. How men move. So she knew how to, she knew what to look out for, and
Yeah, that goes again. Another proven point. Women that have fathers in their lives, is really in their lives, date different than ones that don't.
And that's no knock on the ones.
That's no knock.
Yeah.
But we have to we have to identify. So I think that what that leads to a lot of time, because a lot of women don't have that guidance, leads to some of the stuff that goes on today. It's not having a positive, guidance.
Right. Because I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm not even trying to get into the politics because I don't care about it. Right. But when I saw what was going on down here in Atlanta with Kamala, when she came here and she had Meg the Stallion, and I said, what message are we sending right now, man?
Okay.
What is this message y'all sending these girls right now, man? Your body is not your greatest asset.
It's not.
I promise you it's not.
Yeah.
Like twerking at a fucking convention.
Oh man, it's a whole nother story.
The body and the brain.
Is that what we did?
I guess the body and the brain.
So Kamala and the body.
Yeah,
okay.
Right. So how do you equip your young fellas you got, man? How do you equip them when it comes?
So my boys, man, I tell them, man, stand strong in your manhood. And when I say that, bro, I mean 10 toes fucking down. Stand strong in your fucking manhood, because I'm gonna tell you right now, any woman you're dating sees that she can dominate you, bro, the respect is gone.
Yeah.
And I'm not telling you to be an asshole to her, because we don't treat women foul. We don't talk to them crazy. We don't put our hands on them. I'm telling you to stand in your manhood. If you say something, stand on that shit, because it's for the betterment of the relationship. It's for y'all two, the family, the relationship, whatever you got going on. And I just tell them, man, just stand strong in that shit, bro. For real. Like, be a man. I guess it's toxic to be a man now. I don't give a fuck. Be toxic. Be a man. All times. At all times.
Yeah, just keep your hands to yourself, but be a man.
There you go.
And part of being a man is sometimes not addressing some of the stuff that really don't pertain to you. That's part of being a man. I think that's the biggest thing for me as a man, to be like, why am I going to let a woman to emotionally charge me by the words that she's saying, right? That's part of being a man, in my opinion. And then
that's a good opinion. I want to say it's bro. I'm gonna call it a bro fact.
Yeah, it's a bro fact for real.
Yeah,
because you got Jedi mind tricks, man. I've had to learn that. Either one of my biggest things. I'm gonna tell you one that put me on track was I told. I'm just saying somebody I was in a relationship with. Let's just say that. I used to say, what you saying, either you're lying or you're telling the truth. I said, if you're lying, I suggest you stop lying.
Yeah.
But if you tell the truth, I won't want to be with me. So what are you doing? What are you doing with me?
You know what I'm saying?
Like, you may need to go find whoever's the opposite of what I am, because
I'm questioning your judgment.
Right.
That's real, bro. That's real.
Right. I literally, and just walk off, man. I think for me, that was the biggest one. And I'm going to tell you another, man, we're going to call it bro fact. Another part of being a man right now, you can speak on this one too. The ability to be able to turn it pussy down like you didn't used to. That's being a man. What you think about that, bro? What you think about that?
Yes, sir. Because let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something, brother. You out here in these proverbial streets just like all of them. And it's hard. It's hard and it's crazy. I'm tell you something. At the age I'm at now, man, I've had women in their early 20s hitting on me. Now that maybe they see sugar daddy shit, but they just don't. I don't spend no money. I don't even play them silly ass games. But they're aggressive as hell.
Right.
Getting some sex is the easiest. You can get some pussy when you can't get nothing to eat.
Right.
And that's
right.
Am I
right. You're absolutely right.
So
and sometimes you get that before you even eat.
Okay. All right. And if you beat them, you might get some. But anyway.
Right.
But you gotta you're not gonna be able to get it all. So the best thing for you to do, man, is turn down and come on, man, let's be real. You know what a woman wants when she coming at you. Like we do. We know what she wants. She want a little financial gain. Maybe she want to be in a serious relationship. Maybe she just want dinner that night. Like you know what she fucking wants.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you got to be able to discern that shit yourself and just walk the fuck away. Because it ain't even worth it. Because after you get that clarity nut, you pissed off anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As soon as that motherfucker pop, you like, why did I do this?
Yeah.
Look, here's the thing. Yeah, them young ones is one some on some come up shit free. Yeah, I mean, listen, we know that if a young girl in her early 20s, in our first mind, Miss White, we already know that that's possibly what it is. So guess what? We really don't even care about the come up. Really, no. Look, if that's something we want to do, that's what we want to do. We don't care about spending a little bit of money for a little bit more time. If they want to come up, we know what's going on. Right, we already know what's going on. So use us there. I told somebody before, if I never get married again, I'm gonna pay for somebody to be around me till I leave here. I'm gonna have enough paper.
Everybody wants companionship, bro.
That's all we want.
That's a real PayPal.
Right, we PayPal for real. Right. Yeah. So we'll never be. I could. But one day I think I'll go back down that path. I think it made me actually a failed marriage even made me a better man though.
There you go.
Right. It taught me more about myself. Because I didn't get married. When I got married, I was 38. So I was married for 7 years. For me, I think I did it. The only thing about waiting that long, I tell a lot of fellas like that, and the biggest adjustment, especially that late, is learning how to be able to share things with that particular person, right? Did you ever go through that phase of saying, man, this is mine, but now I got to share it? Was that hard for you at first, bro?
Yeah, we did. We both did, bro. We both did. Like, she would say, this is like, because when we met, she had her own house. I was a Detroit police officer. I was married. And, that shit was on the rocks. And I was headed out. That was about to be the divorce and all that good stuff. Well, not good stuff. And all that stuff. And she had her own house. I ended up moving in with her. And she used to say a lot of times, this is my house. I'd be like, oh, shit, that's where we at? So she had to learn that type of shit. Like, right? She had to learn that.
Right.
And I learned, like we get cars or we get whatever. I'll be like, this is my car. Like, it's some selfish, childish shit.
It is, ain't it?
That you really have to just grow out of. And you got to be cognizant of shit when it's happening. Like, as soon as you say it, you got to check yourself. Uh-oh. Somebody said shit, Ms. White said she paid for some dick before.
Yes, Ms. White in here going off. Clarity, selfish over here. Meow. I spent some money on some thing too before too. Oh well.
Fight.
Right. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but congratulations, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, get it how you live.
Get it how you live, man. Hey, dude. So, how do you feel about girl trips? Do your wife take girl trips?
No, she doesn't. Never wanted to. I've never had that issue, bro. And I'm happy.
How do you feel about girl trips, bro? How do you feel about it? Me personally, I don't care, but how do you feel about it?
I'm gonna put it to you like this: you've been on vacation and seen girls on girl trips,
man.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've been in the vicinity of girls on girl trips, right?
Yeah, and partaking of some on the girls trip.
Yeah, and you come out pretty good on the back end, right? So I'm not a fan. I'm gonna be honest. That might sound like some selfish little boy shit. I'm not a fan. I'm not. Hey, but I don't do
Vince, what you think about the girl trips, bro?
Oh, I pack her bag.
Me too, Vince. I be packing bags too, Vince.
I pack her bag, bro.
Oh shit. And I don't know if it's okay. Yeah, it might be the fact that I don't worry about her doing something, but I'm not.
Yeah.
But what's the fact, bro?
Look, shit happens when you get on that plane.
But you got, man, you got to test your work you've been doing the last 25 years. You got to test it though.
But I guess I'm just lucky in the aspect that she's not into that shit. Like she don't. I got a home with home girls and girls, and I'm on the phone with them all. She don't do that. She don't go with the girls. She don't do that. So I guess that's just I don't have that problem, so I don't really know how to navigate.
I feel you. I know. Yeah, I know, man. But shit, that shit can happen. You can walk to the mailbox, somebody can run through the back door real quick.
Like my drill sergeant told me a long time ago. He said they take it with them everywhere they go, baby.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing you can do about it.
Nothing.
Ain't nothing you can do about any point. Right. Ain't nothing you can do about that. Yeah, I mean, I definitely wanted to bring some fellas over here that's been married and dating and still having successful relationships and stuff like that. How did you know your wife was the one? Like how old when y'all met? And what was the thing that brought you to that?
When I met her, I was 28. Mm-hmm. She's 6 years older than me, if you believe that.
Okay, 35.
Yeah, I like them older. That's just me. I don't know. But dude, when I met her, like it was no question. Like I didn't say, man, should I marry her? Like it was no question. I was like, hey, when you want to do this? So I don't know if it was just our compatibility, like we liked all the same shit. Like it sounds so cliche and corny, man, but I just didn't have any reservations. Like it wasn't a question. I'm marrying you, period. Like that's it. I didn't ask nobody. I didn't, think it over, sleep on it overnight. I was ready. And she was too, so the shit just worked out, man. It just worked out.
Man, that's good. I mean, so as far as your perspective on the dating, I'm sure you hear the stories, man. What are your perspective on the vibe of today's dating? What do you think about what you're saying?
I tell my sons, because like I said, my daughter, she's in a relationship. She's been in for like 4 or 5 years. But like my sons, they still getting their feet wet out there. And I tell them, bro, I say, I feel sorry for y'all. Like I really fucking do. Because my oldest son, he's pretty successful. He works with the Pistons. He got his own shit going on, a couple businesses and all that shit. And I know for a fact, some of the women he has dated, they would look for that couple. And I know that. And I got to tell him, I tell him, I'm like, bro, don't be anybody's fool. Mm-hmm. What was she doing before she met you? How was she getting her car fixed before she met you? How was she eating before she met you? How was she paying her rent before she met you? I'm not saying when y'all get together, don't help her with these things, because we don't play that game either. But don't have a oh shit moment when you meet one of mine. And I tell them that.
Right.
Yeah, I tell them. And I feel so bad for them, man, because these girls are just getting sold a bill of fucking goods, man. They're getting rewarded for all this badass behavior, and it's just fucked up. Mm-hmm. It really is, man. And it's like, it's getting worse and worse and fucking worse. The music doesn't help. The culture doesn't help. You know what I'm saying? You got so many single parent homes, man. That doesn't help. We got so many things pulling against us. It's hard to get these families back together. And that's the main reason I want to start this show. It's so hard to make people believe that a strong family foundation will fucking take you to the next level.
Yeah. So what's the premise of the show more so? What's the overall objective you would say of
the overall objective, man, and me and Vince talk about this shit all the time. Every Monday morning we have a hug. Me and him. But we talk about, man, like our objective is to help people stay in the marriages, because the shit is not easy. We're not perfect. And That's the main thing we tell everybody. We got so many episodes where we say we can tell you how to do all the wrong shit because we've done it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, we ain't perfect. But nobody that sits up here is ever gonna claim that. Even my young dude I got that's running everything. We don't claim to be perfect, but the overall objective, man, is family, foundation. Let's get our fucking community back to fucking together, man.
Yeah. That's definitely one of the things as far as like the whole scope of dating right now. It's just that the values of definitely having somebody to earn you. It's easy access, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
everything's easy access. I stated before, social media is definitely the new lounge and nightclub, and really no one gets the opportunity to really know who you are because it's so easy to move to the next.
Yep.
And the inbox and all that other stuff, it definitely brings a weakness to dating too as well, because no one wants to put the work.
Right.
And no one wants to put the
crazy work. Because no one wants to really put in the work because they're gun shy. Nobody wants to get hurt. Nobody wants to get hurt. Nobody wants their feelings hurt. Nobody wants their heart broken. But you gotta take that fucking chance. You gotta go out. You gotta put yourself out there. But nobody wants to do that. And I'm not mad at that, bro, because there's so many shady people out here.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely, man. But shoot, man, we're gonna wrap it up, man. See, that time went by fast, bro. It's an hour and 20. We've been rolling, man. Yeah, we've been rolling, bro. It don't even seem like we been here. We had a real conversation. I like that, man. I wanted to bring some fellas over here that are in successful relationships, aren't in successful marriages, and also know how to date at the same token. Like, last question, what was the last date you and your wife went on outside of the backyard oasis is definitely.
We
fellas, we just gave you a spot. You set the mood right in the back. Set the mood. There you go, fellas. For those who ain't doing it.
Yeah, call me if you want it done right. I'll get you together. But the last actual date we probably went on, was probably Tiff's birthday. We went out for Vince did a big thing for the wife for her birthday, man. It was beautiful, man. And we went out to that. And after that, we went out, had another little drink or two, you know what I'm saying? So, it's been, what was that? About a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, about a month. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, bro, y'all, with your platform, you go ahead and get them together, and we're going to show them how to stay together.
Yeah, man. We're going to show them how to stay. I get together, I'm going to send them on y'all way. Oh, y'all together? Okay, go on over there. Let me show y'all how to get it. Keep it together.
Somebody, hey, carry your ass over here.
Carry your ass over there, right. We're definitely going to link up on some other things, though. Yeah. Hey, Vince.
What's up, bro?
Slide in, Vince.
Hey, man. Hey, look, man, I'm going to holler at you, though, man. I appreciate you coming in, man.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, bro. No doubt.
Yeah, we got it's a good conversation. Just hold off in the back, man. I'm going to holler at you for a second. Anything you want to plug for everybody before you go, Vince? Go ahead and plug it. The podcast.
Oh, yeah. Got to plug the Husband Show podcast, man. We on all the socials. You know what I mean? We on the Instagram, the TikTok, everything. Facebook.
He said the Facebook.
The Facebooks.
Right. Oh, then, AKA the fake book.
The fake book. And then we got, 2 whole seasons of episodes
on
YouTube. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Y'all go check them out, man. Y'all gonna check them out. And what time y'all go live on Facebook, bro? What days?
We start doing every Sunday about 5.
Okay. There you go. Sundays at 5 on Facebook. All right. Hold tight for a minute, Vince.
No doubt.
All right. So guess what? We're gonna wrap it up for the night. Great conversation I want to bring in. And the person who asked me to bring in some positive situations or positive experiences by men who I just brought in some men that were married for over 20 some odd years to their particular ex. I appreciate everybody coming in. Yeah, I really enjoyed this discussion tonight. Very fresh to have men taking positive about relationships. Absolutely. It was requested. Great convo. It was requested and we gave it to you. And anything else you would like for us to do, inbox me. Just hit me in the inbox. I have plenty of people we can touch certain subjects, some ideas. She say, I came in late, but it was great. Hey, I appreciate you though. Hey, just go back. It'll replay. And look, matter of fact, tune in next week. I'm gonna have some more conversations, some men conversations we're gonna talk about. But this will replay in a second. If you want to come on the show, it is an open platform. You can bring your homegirls. I want to do another slumber party. I'm gonna put some more videos out, date night slumber party, so we can talk dating and friends and relationships. I'm gonna put some clips out on that this week. But also, I would like another group of ladies to come off. We can do another one, another date night summer party. Other than that, I might slide in the top 10 on Wednesday for y'all. Top 10, I'm gonna go ahead and slide one in for y'all on Wednesday, so we can go ahead and get the top 10 back popping. As I have some drinks, and we definitely want to do a pajama date night. Listen, Miss White, if y'all want to do the date night, the pajama date night, y'all inbox me and let's set it up. Okay, let me know. Inbox me. We're gonna get it popping. All right. Other than that, hey, I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. We done with date night. Hey, I might pop in Wednesday. We'll do a top 10. And again, anybody that wants to come on the show, just hit me on the inbox. All right.